All right, guys, we're live. Welcome in everyone for
howdy.
let's just call it a holiday edition of the Scope, because we
Holiday edition. I like it.
yeah, last week we got a little bit busy with leading up to the holidays. You guys know we got Christmas in a couple days, so we all got together, me, my two co-hosts, BlueTheRobot, Buffnerd Gaming, and we decided to shoot in the middle and have a show on a Monday, kind of in between last week's when it should have been, and in between, you know, where we would normally record on Christmas Day, which will not be happening because we'll be with our families and friends. I hope you guys will be too. We shot for a Monday edition of the Scope, a holiday edition, right in a middle in amongst the holiday season. And
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Very happy to be here. Yeah, how are you guys doing?
Very good.
I'm doing great, dude. I'm doing great. Buffson, you're in the dark, dude. You look like a true gamer now, man.
I am. Yeah. Had my dark game going. Figure we just run with it.
It is. Because we heard breaking news before we went live that Buff is back on ABI.
Oh yeah. We're back.
So that's like a super big deal.
Flashbang myself. No. Ow. There you go.
Definitely is. It's good stuff.
Make sure everything's running. Yeah. Okay. I think it is. Everything froze for me. I think it's back.
Nice.
Cool, it's back. All right. Yeah. So the other news that we heard that we should probably just address right off the rip that was terribly devastating for everyone in the FPS scene was that Vince Zampella passed away. Like, just the news broke just a couple hours ago. So, man, what a bummer that is for everyone like in the FPS space. And I can't even imagine, you know, just that shallow amount of hurt that we feel about, you know, his family, his friends, his coworkers, and everybody is a loss that I did not expect to have today. Sucks, especially this close to Christmas. And I know Vince's games and stuff have just, if you're an FPS fan and you're listening to this show, you've played a game that Vince Zampella has had a big part in making. Like, there's just no doubt. There's no doubt about it. So yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer, man. Died in a car accident in California. That's kind of the official news that we got. And yeah, I don't know what this really means moving forward for Battlefield or anything. I'm sure no one's really thinking of that right now. Just kind of dealing with the loss. And man, one of the great ones is gone. I don't think Vince ever really made a bad game.
No, I mean, he went from Call of Duty to Respawn Entertainment, you know, and then to Battlefield after. I'm sure he's done plenty in between, but
yeah, just
yeah, no. I mean, he did Titanfall, Apex Legends. I think he also worked on the Star Wars Jedi Survivor games.
Yep,
as well. So
he did some of the most iconic Call of Duties and flipping dude Titanfall, man. Like, yeah. And Apex,
the game we're still asking for.
And then no, you don't get Titanfall, man. You get Concord 2 Horse DLC with that game announced at the Game Awards. I've already forgotten the game like everybody else.
It's already dead to me.
Yeah. So yeah, no one's gonna play that. But anyway, so yeah, some really sad breaking news. Yeah, man, it's been 2025 has been kind of a year for loss, man. For me too. We've had some loss this year, and it reminds you how fragile life is, man. It goes quick when it goes. Yeah. I guess I do also want to say we're here to talk about video games, but I just feel it on my heart to take just a second. And if you guys are like, some of this stuff hits hard sometimes, and I would just say if you are interested in the gospel and stuff like that, I've been reading my Bible a chapter a night, and it's been awesome. And I just want to put this out really fast. If you guys are interested in it, and you do pick up a Bible, just read John, the book of John, and then follow it up with Acts and Romans, and you'll get the gist of it quickly. So I just wanted to say
I'm on Romans right now, actually. Funny enough.
It's good stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to say that really quick. If you want the gist, you want the meat and the potatoes of some of that stuff to get right, that's the quickest way to get it figured out. But yeah,
amen.
and also, if you have questions, DM me. I'm always down to listen. With that being said, we should talk about shooter games and what's going on out there. Yeah. What do you guys got cooking? What have you been playing? Blue, what have you been playing? I know what Buff's been playing. He's back. I'm so excited.
Nah, man, I've been busy mainly with doing some level design for Incursion Red River, and really getting delving deep into the Unreal Engine, which has been really fun. A lot of level detailing, learning, just getting to explore it as well too.
What is that?
Oh,
Whoa.
was that my end or your end?
That's me.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Uh-oh.
Major water break requires mandatory water conservation. Order a town. Oh, cool. That's great.
I thought New York was under attack.
Yeah, me too. The Martians are
All
here.
right. Nobody worry. I have enough beer to last me.
That's that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is there's water and beer, you're just fine.
Yeah.
You're
It's
fine.
light beer. It's light beer, so it's basically water. So I think I'll be okay. Hopefully.
Okay. I was like checking my phone. It's like it's not vibrating. No,
I was
it's
like,
not
dude,
moving.
is there a nuclear warhead heading towards the United States right now, or what's going on?
Dude, that sound was crazy, man. I thought you were having like a tsunami or a nade or like the EMP dropped from Russia. I don't know what was going on.
I haven't heard that in quite a while. That was something.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've heard something like that.
Yeah, that's exciting for everyone. That'll keep you guessing. I wonder how many people are like listening to it and we're like checking their phones and stuff and like freaked out.
Is that me? Is that me?
Is that me? Is that me? Am I in trouble?
Put it in the comments if you checked your phone.
Yeah. And if you did, we're sorry, but
my bad.
Just the way it goes.
Oh man, no, but other than that, yeah, just doing some Incursion Red River stuff. Man, really just focused on that. I think like the last game I played officially was Battlefield. I tried out Black Budget, didn't like it, uninstalled it.
Nice.
Figured I just
well, you didn't like your floppy noodly arms, like trying to hold a gun.
Man, I was like, I'll give it a shot. Let me see, at least before it goes away. And then yeah, I am just not a fan. Not a fan of the weird recoil. The sound design was pretty good though. Like actually playing it on my headphones, I mean, compared to some other games out there, I mean, it wasn't like, I'm not saying it was like, I think it wasn't Arc Raiders level. I will say that, but it was okay. I mean, everything else just seemed kind of like undercooked. Like everything, like the game of course it's undercooked. It's an alpha, but like I was expecting more from the people who brought you PUBG, like, I don't know. I wasn't too much of a fan again. And the biggest thing was the recoil, but, yeah. And then played some Battlefield. So played some Battlefield 6, tried out the snow maps, hated it. Yeah. Hate Manhattan Bridge. I don't know. Battlefield has kind of gone under the radar a little bit for me, but like, I still have fun with it. I still get good kill games, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Just I'm more focused on Incursion Red River. I'm so excited. We'll talk about it later because I'm like, I put up personally on the social media, I put out some pictures of like what the team is cooking up in for the new map, and I can just only imagine how awesome it's going to be when people start getting their hands on it. So
yeah, it looked really good. Yeah, so Blue did an incredible job of summarizing the show, because we're going to talk about the Black Budget stuff, kind of some updates they made going into weekend 2, some of the takeaways from that. There's also some leaked stuff about content that could be coming and launched in different modes and things, which sound interesting. And then we're going to cover like the dropping player numbers for Battlefield, a few ABI changes, not a whole ton, but we'll probably use that time to get the scoop on what Buff's up to being back in the game, how he's feeling about it. It'd be pretty cool. And then we'll get Incursion updates. Don't you think we'll probably just call like the community manager, see if we can get him on for Incursion?
We can see.
Yeah,
we can try.
All right, we'll put some calls in. We'll get the guys behind the glass to do that. And then we got several quick shots, some interesting stuff. We got Steam Winter Sale. We'll go over some of the games that are going to be on sale for FPS wise on Steam. and some other little tidbits of different FPS news. But yeah, it'll be pretty good. Buff, you been good before we, or wait, what's
Also,
up?
real quick, I
Sure.
forgot. I also been to a few car meets as well too already.
Who?
So for the weekend.
What means?
Just getting back out there in the car world and car scene a little bit. So yeah, nothing's changed though. Just saying, nothing much has changed. That was it.
Cars are still cars. All right.
Cars are still cars, and people are still people.
You're first.
Love it.
Oh man. How about you, Buff? What's been going on? You good?
Yeah, I'm off work till the end of the year, so just like that's what I was giving myself a timeline. Like when I'm off, I'll jump back in ABI before the new season, and been doing that. So having a really good time there. I went from, we'll cover it later, but I went from like I think I had like barely 3 million a couple of days ago when I logged on. And now once everything sells, it'll be like 15-ish roughly. So just been running a lot of like solo, not even like solo mode, just regular lockdown quad or whatever the fill is, just going as a solo with quick kits and my like shitty gear and hitting my safe rooms and shit and coming out with good stuff. And then like just normal farms for a reason has a lot of stuff, and then armory. So yeah, it's pretty addicting once you get back into it. So I'm having a really good time with that game again. So
it's in a good spot.
That and Battlefield. So
nice. Yep. It's a good time to be playing extraction shooters these days, unless you're playing Black Budget. Heyo. Put that thing on silent, Buff.
I'm sorry. I'm doing it now.
You got to be a professional over here.
I'm sorry. That's my bad.
No,
it's the New York trying to text him.
I'll have how much tax was on that text? Sorry. I'll put I'll have the production team. They'll edit that out. It's not even a big deal.
Oh, definitely. That's what I was counting on the professional production team to take care of it. So
yeah, no, it's your faith is well placed in them. They're the best.
I figured
100%. They're the best.
They got it covered.
So since we talked last time, let's get into Black Budget a little bit. As you got from the sentiment of the opener, I feel like me and the crew here are a little bit disappointed in it. A little bit disappointed how it felt. So we'll see. I am kind of like Blue, where the sound and some of the stuff was cool with it. So it's like I'm not ready to write it off. I want to see some of the changes they make. Hopefully they'll have another test. Because for me, like I talked about before, the gunplay was just horrific. I could overlook a lot of the stuff that still needs to cook. With that being said, I was surprised it still needs so much longer to cook, given the length of time and the size of the studio that's worked on it. That is an issue too. But the test did end earlier on the 21st, so you won't be able to get into it. What they're working on, though, is improved matchmaking accuracy based on party type. So that's really cool. Matchmaking logic has been updated to better pair players with others who've selected the same number of participants. That's what Arc Raiders do, and that's a perfect way to handle it. This is interesting to me. This is from their Steam page, what they're working on, or what, kind of their takeaways. They said this is I'm so sorry. This is the update for week 2. These are the patch notes for the week 2 of the playtest. So these are things they saw from week 1 and changed. Skill-based logic has been refined to more accurately reflect players' skill levels. So there is enhanced skill-based matchmaking.
Okay. All right. Sure.
So there it is. Yeah. Optimized region and ping-based server selection. So yeah, the netcode was pretty bad, but I just write that up to be an alpha. And they fixed a bunch of crashes and stuff like that. What I don't see in here is making the gunplay enjoyable. See that in the notes. So
bad, huh?
Just of matchmaking and network stuff and some crash issue fixes.
It was pretty bad, Buff. It was not fun to use the guns at all. But some people have said once they stuck with it and got to where they could unlock attachments and run attachments, that the guns got a lot better. But that's all fine and dandy, and I do want attachments to work and be worth getting and stuff like that. But you have to make the game fun to get there. Like it had to be somewhat usable, like to get there. Yeah, I don't think I see anything else. The other interesting thing was there some leaks from Just For Leaks 2 on Sean Weber on X. Posted some data mine stuff from Black Budget. I thought this was really interesting. The game modes are Raid, Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, and Last Man Standing. So it almost sounds like a BR. Last Man Standing does. I think that's interesting for PUBG Black Budget. A lot of the people and us last week were like, dude, why does it have the PUBG name on there? It's so confusing, because I thought they were at least going to take the gunplay from PUBG, and they did not, because it's way worse. And it was weird why they put PUBG in front of it, but maybe there's going to be a BR and it says players per match 64 to 100. So I don't know what that means, man. Weird.
I've seen also a lot of comments on the news like that, the Steam post and like that. People were saying that a lot of cheaters and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I played it so short. There was no way. Maybe I did, but never run into them. But the fact is, there's already cheaters. Yeah. Already. I'm not surprised anymore. I'm really not. I just kind of hope they do something with their anti-cheat system. That's all I could say.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah. yeah. Very.
So you guys will have to let us know if there's folks out there who are PUBG mains, how they do with their cheaters in PUBG. Because I'm guessing they're going to get a similar system going, being from the same studio. But yeah, man, I don't know. It just, they have a lot of work to do, but I had like one really, really cool solo raid that I had some really hectic moments, and I got out in the end in a wormhole, and like stuff was hitting the fan, and I got in some really good fights. And that was like a little bit of a seed of fun to make me want to hold on to it and see if it grows and see what this game looks like when they come out with it. I really hope there's another beta test and we see some changes to some stuff like that. They have to be listening to in the creator Discord. They put out a thing where you could sign up for a time slot to have one-on-one with the devs and give them feedback. So I'm hoping some people that put a ton of time into it did some of that and got them some feedback. So they're for sure listening to people. And then, yeah, they made a big deal about it on their official X account, how they were talking about cheaters, and like there were so many already, and they were apologizing for it, and they were working on getting them banned and stuff already. So shout out to the basement dwellers that cheat in a closed alpha test. What are you doing, dude?
I don't know. I'm more kind of after this though, after getting some gameplay on that, I'm kind of excited more for Tencent's extraction shooter coming out. And
this is same.
Well, wait, PUBG Tencent now? Oh yeah, okay. Well, another Tencent studio.
I think there's two more.
Does that even make sense anymore?
Dude, I think there's
rival games that are in the same genre and from the same publisher, I guess. I don't know, man.
I think there's three. I think there's three paranormal extraction shooters that are going to be under Tencent.
Oh yeah, my god, they're just fighting themselves at this point. It's crazy.
Delta Force Studios making one, and then
they're making like that.
There's Project Spectre, and then there's the Gray
Spectre, the Gray State. Yeah, rules
and
of
then
engagement.
There's the Gray State one.
Yeah,
and they're all three from Tencent.
Okay,
but yeah,
cool.
It is going to be interesting to see what they can do with that. I'm with you though. Like it's like there's something here with this genre, and we're going to get several takes on it. Beautiful Light as well. And yeah, as someone who happened to play Hunt Showdown on my very own accord, under my own volition, it's my idea. I think that this is a pretty cool genre to do a modern take on that kind of game. It'd be pretty neat. It'd be cool to see one do that though, like where Hunt has the bounties. Like just looting and extracting isn't really the main part of Hunt Showdown. You got to try to fight the bosses and get the bounties. Which,
from what I can tell, that looks like the Gray State's gonna do something more like that, where it's like focused more on like the monsters and like the creepy pastas of the world, so I'm looking a little bit more forward to that. And also that I guess there is someone that is playing as is that the one, or is it Spectre? Hey, see, now I'm confused. Which one's,
dude? It's so hard. I don't know.
There's one that they can play as what's the word, as the monster, and now I'm trying to figure out which one it is.
I think it was Grace. Yeah, one of them you can. Also, real quick, Buff, I sent the picture of the weapons in the Discord.
Let's see.
So you can see if there's any of the weapon list that stands out to you. That's cool stuff. It's a pretty good list of weapons so far. Data mined from the build. But yeah, I'm having a really hard time keeping them straight, Blue. Like to remember which one's which. But there was one of them where, yeah, you play as the anomalies. And in Beautiful Light, you do, right? If I'm not mistaken, you play as the monsters.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That would be, dude, that would be insane in Hunt Showdown. If you could be like a player control boss, that would be insane and really fun.
Is it the method of entry post Crash?
No, down at the bottom below it. I should have sent it.
Okay, I see it. Yep.
And then you go to the second picture and there shows a weapon. So I don't know what all of them are, but some of my favorites I can see. There's a FN57 handgun. AK-12 sounds cool. Looks like a spear with the 277A. I don't know why you would have a spear 3, because I would think the M277 is a spear. But
yeah, I'm not sure the difference. I'd have to see them, but no LMGs is standing out to me for sure. That's a bit of a bummer.
No yeah, LMGs. Then there's some futuristic stuff with the railguns and beam rifles and things like that. There's an M24 Bolty. I don't know what the T-Rex would be. MP5s, MP7, MPX, ALP 45 Vector, all that good stuff. So, I mean, there's a fair amount of guns here. So
not bad.
I'm sure there'll be more
for early on. Yeah, I mean, for the when it releases, I would expect more. Definitely LMGs. You need definitely a better variety for sure. But for as early as it is, I'm not gonna judge it. But
yep,
PUBG has assets, so
I will judge. I will judge the gameplay in the alpha test, and it was poor.
I'll have to watch some gameplay and see how bad it was, but
it was poor.
Nice.
Blue loved it, but I wasn't there. Blue keeps talking.
Every game should be like this.
I'm trying to shoot. Oh man,
I should go into a game and forget how to shoot.
Actually, you don't have to. The game forgets for you. So welcome to Black Budget. But yeah, it has to get fixed. I'm sure that's some of the feedback they've gotten. It has to be. So let's move on. We got that. So we'll just stay tuned in. Like I said, there was enough there to keep me wanting to see what they do. I'm not writing the game off. I want to see where it goes. We'll keep in touch with Black Budget, because there's potential in a game like that. Next thing we wanted to talk about was, I've just been seeing this growing sentiment, and I don't know if it's just the internet being the internet, but a lot of people are saying Battlefield is like feeling really dead right now, and it has dropped a fair amount of player numbers, especially from the peak. There's still a bunch of people playing it on Steam. We can't really see. I pulled them up. It's 87,000 playing right now, so it's around 100,000 peak a day. That's a lot of people, man.
That's a lot, but yeah, definitely. I think the hype has finally died down.
It's off the mark of 700,000. It's off the mark.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll also put it to the listeners in chat, as well as the viewers of the VOD and stuff, for comments, or however you want to voice your opinions. But I just kind of put it out there. I've seen a lot of sentiments around the progression being too slow, not being very fulfilling. I think a lot of people have trouble with the maps, and I think a lot of people have trouble with like the map cadence of release. I know I've kind of praised it, how the season 1 had, you're just a couple weeks away from a new map, but I think we really felt this phase of season 1 being a reskin map. Like I think you kind of start to feel, it feels a little stale, and we really felt that like the next map was not actually a new map, and it kind of feels like it's really needed one. And I do see a sentiment from a lot of vehicle players that they need bigger maps, and it needs to be. It's
very tight quarters. I've been trying to like level up the tank, and it's not really many maps I can do that, especially when the maps are so tight and you don't have good infantry support. You're just you're gonna succumb to people with RPGs and laws and stuff like that are just gonna decimate you, and you really can't. There's not much you can do about it other than go into a fight, get some kills, go back, get repaired, come back in. So it's like, I mean, I would like to see more, open maps. Also, I think for me, RedSec, the focus on RedSec was one of the major issues. I think for the veteran Battlefield players, it felt like the actual core Battlefield game was left to the side while they focused on releasing skins, getting, everything ready for RedSec when it released, the map itself. And then when the maps released alongside it, it was almost like it felt more like an afterthought. And especially like I'm not a fan of what's the one, the oil field Blackwell.
Yeah.
That one is probably one of the worst ones in the entire lineup. So yeah, I don't know. I just I think apparently I was watching as well too. People were saying that because of what's going on with RedSec and stuff like that, they just felt like that kind of helped not keep the early release momentum as well too. So
yeah, the main accounts and stuff were really pushing RedSec, and that's where the tournaments and stuff were going to be in. So I get that, but like,
yeah,
you also have to keep in mind
it really hurt too.
Yeah, they had to postpone it. Like it wasn't even able to be played for the tournament. They had to postpone the esports tournament for it, but that's kind of wild. And I've seen a lot of the RedSec people, the traditional BR creators, are like leaving it, citing like really bad audio. I've seen a lot of people talk about how the game is like really slow progressing in like the early game, kind of mid game. You have like 5 or 8 minutes where there's nothing to do sometimes, which is like what happens in BR. But there is 2 separate studios. I wanted people to keep that in mind. Like there's a different studio working on RedSec versus, DICE working on the main multiplayer. So I don't think RedSec should be an excuse from the lack of content. And I don't know how much cross support there is between studios and stuff like that.
That's what I want to know as well too.
That'd be real interesting to find out. But I mean, I would pose a question to Buff, because he was just Battlefield main, and now he's getting back into ABI. What made you dust off the old ABI install? Like what?
Like I'm still really enjoying RedSec, but multiplayer I think is lacking. Like everyone else is feeling like everything feels like infantry maps, right? So I posted X Factor Gaming. If you guys aren't following him, he's like an OG Battlefield creator from the Battlefield 3 days or even 2, and he was asking, what needed to be changed, and I commented on that. It was basically like, you need more for the meantime, because it takes a while to develop new maps, right? Like you have portal creators that have developed OG maps already. Like, so you have the Battlefield 2, 3, and 4 maps already in Portal that you can play, but they're not featured. So you need to feature those or make them like full XP gains, or bring them back as official maps that are reskinned through the portal, and put them in their rotation. Because I think you're missing those big urban combat Battlefield 2, 3, and 4 maps that we used to have. Right now, everything feels like infantry focused, which is a problem, especially as like a helicopter pilot. Like my main thing with choppers right now, and I've been mainly playing just infantry casual breakthrough to level up shit. But like when I do play games to fly, it's all maps without cover for air. So there's not, and what I mean without cover, like there's not, like you take Siege of Shanghai and some of the other maps from 2 and 3, like there was always buildings to get cover behind, so you're not getting locked or dodge missiles. A lot of the maps
or
right
even
now,
like
it's just
what was Caspian border, you can like there's a lot of hills and you can kind of like weave in between.
Right. And right now there's just, if you're getting locked, like you gotta flare and go back to the spawn, because there's no buildings to take cover behind to lose that lock or to divert the missile. So that's definitely an issue with piloting. And I think it not even just focus on piloting, like it for the infantry gameplay too. You're just in, a lot of the maps are open field combat, and there's a couple infantry like focused urban areas within the map, but you don't have urban maps. So I think that's my biggest thing. Like I use Shanghai, Caspian was relatively open, but it still had a lot of good stuff with it. It's one of my favorites of all time. Strike at Karkand, some of those BF2 maps also, and you had some other ones from BF3 too. So bring those back as like portal maps and put them in the rotation, and then develop your maps. But you need more OG Battlefield-esque maps, which you don't have right now. It definitely feels like they're focused on the infantry Call of Duty type map gameplay, just at a bigger scale. So I think that's my biggest thing. RedSec, I still enjoy RedSec a lot. I played it yesterday. A lot of fun still, honestly. I don't really have any issues with RedSec. I think my biggest thing is like we need more OG Battlefield maps or esque maps, and then you need more weapons right now. I think is my two biggest gripes.
Mine goes deeper. I've talked about this on the show a ton of times. I think I'm just fatigued with respawn game modes, man. I just don't think.
I think a DMZ-esque extraction would be really good for this game. Like, they tried it with 2042 and didn't support it, but I think if you do, they have the elements there with RedSec. So I think an extraction type game mode would be pretty solid. But at the end of the day, you have weapons that pretty much have been there since launch. So you need new weapons, and you need, whether it's a extraction shooter focused map specifically or a new map for that, and crosses into RedSec and multiplayer. But you need, again, if you bring back like Siege of Shanghai as an extraction shooter map, or even like a smaller esque RedSec BR map, like what's Call of Duty's equivalent,
kind of like
right?
Rebirth, but not have it be Rebirth, but just like a
not
smaller
have it
one,
be Rebirth, but a smaller map. Yeah, like Shanghai would be good, Karkand would be good, some of those maps. So you have all that's already in the portal, so utilize it because the fans already made it. So I think using those would be really, really good. And the extraction shooter in this game, any game you do extraction shooter, like DMZ was amazing. So I think if you do something similar in this with some of those portal maps, it'd be really, really good.
Yeah, there's potential there. I just really look at like player numbers, Twitch numbers, like just in general. I think respawn shooters are like some of the lowest community driven games, like the lowest community sized games, because the novelty of shooting, other players on the internet is gone. Like I just don't really get any dopamine. I don't get hyped up.
I can have a good score. You want to play for something.
I can have a good.
That's where I think extractions come in too.
Yeah, and I think that. Yeah, I agree there too. And I think if you're gonna make a multiplayer, like a fast respawn shooter like this work, the rest of the stuff has to be there, and it's just not. I think you have to have this thing that makes it fun is playing it with friends. They have you limited to 3 friends, and you can't do server browser. You can't have. They don't have clans. They talked about bringing clans back, but just some of those social features aren't there. A lot of the progression and stuff really is slow and not very rewarding.
So monotonous, dude.
There's just there's like some of the things that can hook a player into wanting to grind and play run, shoot, die, respawn, run, shoot, die, respawn, run, shoot, die, respawn type loop of a game are just not there with this Battlefield. I think the game in and of itself is pretty damn good. We're leagues ahead of 2042. We're probably ahead of Battlefield 5. The game is really good there, but I just think you have to make a multiplayer respawn shooter like this dialed in and very successful. You have to do the other things right. You have to dot the I's and cross the T's, and like those things extracurricular out of the game, like I'm saying, progression, community type features and stuff like that just aren't there with this. And I think it shows. And you also, I think you also absolutely have to pour out content to get people to come back and check it out. But I'm to the point now, man. I'll say it. I know I started my YouTube journey as a Battlefield main, but I'm over it, man. Like I just running, and I can have fun. I love to warm up in it. I still absolutely love and will continue to play the crap out of Strike Point. That's what the gameplay is here. because it's a one life mode. I have intense moments. I have to pull clutches. We have great communication. We have different round around like strats and stuff and how things are going to work out using the destruction in Battlefield. Strike Point is so much fun in this game. And I get a lot of those intense moments, dopamine hits, you know, clutches, disappointments up and down, and it's cool. But just playing Conquest, man, like I can't stay awake doing it. When I can go and play super intense ABI or Strike Point or something where my life matters. And it just, I don't know. I'm just kind of,
I think a lot of that's the maps though too, because Conquest, like old Battlefield 3 and 4, even 2, I could play Conquest 24/7. That's all I did for years. Like Battlefield 4 came out what 2013. I played that nonstop.
Conquest and Rush.
Yeah, I played Battlefield 4 nonstop Conquest.
Yeah, but that's
2018. So
I think
because the maps were good.
But I don't know if it's because maps were good. It's because multiplayer shooters were like fairly new. Like it was still really cool to be like playing against other players.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was that was the case.
I think the maps
it's been out for a minute.
Yeah, the maps were that.
Yeah, but also the fact that you said like all the other little things like server browsers, clan battles.
But why don't people go back and play Battlefield 4 then?
I mean,
actually, funny enough, there has been an uptick in resurgence of people playing Battlefield 3 and Battlefield. I don't know about Battlefield 4. I know Battlefield 3 kind of had a little bit of an uptick. So
I
it's
was
like
playing 4 up till 2 months ago, probably.
And to be honest, people were still playing Battlefield 4 for a very long time. There's still people playing Battlefield 4 right now, I'm sure.
I know that, but I mean, it's just not widely.
I would still be playing it if it wasn't for trying to level up weapons to make videos. I still prefer Battlefield 4's Conquest for sure, and that's the maps.
I just think it feels absurdly dated and slow.
The maps are just very bland, honestly. I think if they just bring back Battlefield 2, 3, and 4 maps in the meantime, bring back a bunch of the old weapons, you have the assets, and then focus the whole season on making new content.
I think also, again, just with everything else that surrounds it, it might be easier. What was Battlefield 4? Was Battlefield 4 5-man squads or 4-man squads?
It was 5.
It was 5-man squads,
wasn't it?
Right?
I can't remember, honestly.
I believe so.
I thought it was 4, could have been 5, but again, look at the maps with 2, 3, and 4.
5-man squads. Okay.
2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, Battlefield there was 4, and we were excited.
Yeah, there's no. I don't think you can compare the maps.
I don't even think, to be honest, I don't think adding one more player to it would be nice, but I don't think that would again make Conquest and Rush great again. I think I do think the maps are a big issue. Hit reg is a big issue. The lack of vehicle focused maps in general. Vehicle gameplay is okay. I mean, really, it's just the sounds for me. It's like, again, when there's what's the word? Silent tanks running around the map as well. That doesn't help
for sure.
To be honest, I don't know if it's just like an attention span thing nowadays, but is Battlefield, like, do people want to keep playing it because they're just moving on to the next thing at this point? Like, is that could it be a generational thing as well?
Well, I also think weapon progression compared to 3 and 4,
dude, that's another one too.
Weapon progression takes forever.
It's really bad.
It's the way they set it up, where it's like a lot of you have to do so many other things to get the attachment or skin that you want in particular, instead of just leveling up that weapon to the max and then unlocking everything for it,
I think the way double XP is how it should be in general, because
that's true.
You don't have double
when you
XP,
get double XP, dude, I'll go on a rampage in Conquest, and if I don't have double XP, I'll see like what the actual XP is and the little blue double XP afterwards. I'm like, dude, that was barely any XP for actually also playing, as I've been playing support recently as well to try to level that up, because I've been playing engineer so much. So I wanted to go support and start working on some LMGs. And the fact that I'm going around giving people supplies, picking people up, getting kills, attacking the objective, and I'm still barely getting any XP. is insane.
I think that's a big thing for me too. Is like mainly if I'm playing multiplayer, it's when there's double XP weekends. And I saw this weekend they're doing just battle pass, which is so. I really don't. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
Battle
Yeah,
Pass at this
I'm
point
not gonna
anymore.
grind to get one attachment every 2 to 3 games after getting 90 plus kills. You know.
Yeah.
So
you know what?
Annoying.
Panda brings up another good fact. Not that there's not hardcore support, but again, without a proper server browser, trying to find those servers that allow hardcore, even at Battlefield 4 had an option for, you look at the server browser and you clicked it hardcore and core right there.
Right.
But that's also not a major reason. I feel like it's a small reason. I don't think so many people, as much as I love hardcore, I don't think like a majority of people play hardcore. I could be wrong. I don't. Maybe I'm.
Well,
I'm
I think
alone in this.
also you look at like Battlefield 3 and even 4 had it too. And I guess Portal's the substitute, but dude, renting
they
it's a horrible substitute.
Renting servers,
I think so as well.
Renting servers was so fun in 3 and 4 because like you pay money, you rent a server, set up your rotation, all that stuff, and then you play how you want. And if it's a good server, like the servers I ran in 3 and 4, the servers I ran in 3 and 4 got really populated all the time, completely full.
Probably had active admins on there.
Yeah, like 4,000% tickets, so you'd be playing like an hour plus game of great conquest maps that you could pick, and exactly the admins would be there, and that was fun. And even when you weren't online, they were populated 24/7. So even Battlefield 4 today, like I have servers that I have favorited, and you can still run a server in Battlefield 4. So like some of those people are still running servers. If I jump on, look at my favorites, like I'll play those servers because those are the ones I like. So I mean, Portal's great and all, but I don't know why that went away from the rent a server program and a lot of the stuff that worked initially.
Portal might have been able to do that, but they just made all the same mistakes they did with Portal
and nothing's featured either. And nothing's really featured unless you look for it.
That's that buff right there is the inherent issue with Portal and making it to be the substitute for something like hardcore mode is because people don't like. Most people get on the game and you just want to play the game that the devs built, right? Like you don't.
And you go to multiplayer.
Yeah, and you go to multiplayer and you look at the official servers because that's what you want to play. And like they just not having official modes for some of those things.
And with the server browser, the 3 and 4 server browser, all those rent servers were in the server browser, so you could find them easily.
Yeah. Yep.
Whatever criteria you put in and filtered, those would come up for that filter. So
I kind of miss Battlelog as well too.
Dude, I loved Battlelog. When Battlefield 4, I would have even 3, but 4 they had like the live map.
I mean,
the live gameplay too. So I would have
when
that
it first came out though. Battlelog was not looked at in a good light, I feel like back then, but now it's like
it wasn't. But I still, even when I play 4 today, I still use Battlelog and have it on my screen.
No, it's just funny. It's like you don't know what you have until you lose it, you know.
It was definitely ahead of its time. So I would like to see them go back to some of those things, especially. I don't know if they're trying to do yearly releases or what with this game. I guess we'll see, but
I don't think so. Also,
I think
the thing too, it's like we got the gaming sphere back then was different. Like when Battlefield 4 was released, I believe Black Ops 2 was out, and of course one of the most popular Call of Duties out there. So it's like, I don't even think
4
was what 2011 2012 2013 okay 2011 was Battlefield 3, wasn't it?
It was Ghost.
Okay, well maybe so Ghost was kind of a letdown for some Call of Duty players, which is funny now because people look now back on Ghost like, oh, that was the real last Call of Duty, which is hilarious to me. But the fact that but there was it's only a year between after Call of Duty Ghost was released and Black Ops 2, and you still had a bunch of players playing Call of Duty, but you still had a lot of players playing Battlefield. It's like in my mind, I'm thinking there wasn't, because like when Crash said like, oh, the respawn game modes are kind of like dated now. It's like, I don't know. It's because like you still had almost like the prime peak of gaming during that time as well too, and you didn't need. I mean, I guess that's true because like someone said it in chat, like there wasn't extraction games out there, so it's like
right.
you don't
Or
know BRs really.
yeah.
So who knows what it would have been like if they were out during those times. I don't know. That's actually
I really
think I just talked myself in circles there.
No, I'm convinced. I'm convinced it's lack of more weapons in the maps. Like I think if you had the OG maps,
well, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's not. It's still. I still think that even with, to be honest, even with BRs and extraction shooters out there back then, I still think Conquest and Rush would have been very popular still, even now.
Because the map crashes playing here. Like he's in the only really infantry like.
Well, this is strike point too.
Well, this map, this map is very heavily infantry focused, 100%.
Yeah, the whole map,
and it's one of the smaller maps.
That's like one of the 2 urban areas. And you look at the other maps from previous games.
Striker Karkan was like,
they're heavy urban and vehicle combat, which you're missing in this, because the vehicle combat maps in this game are all wide open. Even like you look at Battlefield 4, what is
Cairo
it?
though? Cairo those urban, and the
Cairo's very urban though. Like Cairo is so when if I remember, Striker Karkan had like, you had the attacker side and the defender side, or at least like, or Russian and American, and on the out you could kind of take the outskirt a little bit and do more vehicle gameplay there, especially like towards like there was the map side where the train track was on Karkan, right. So that was a little bit more open. But then when you go into the city, you knew also you just got to be careful of being around infantry as a vehicle player. But I don't I still think, I mean, to be honest, you mentioned Cairo. Cairo's one of the better maps in terms of Battlefield 6 right now.
So, yeah, a lot of people think that. Man, but I don't know. I think I kind of convinced myself that maybe respawn modes aren't dead, but I need to be able to play with like,
they're not dead. 100% they're not dead.
I need to play with a bunch of homies.
And that's the thing. Yeah, and then again we go back to like small squad sizes, no server browser. XP is taking forever. Why would you even want to do that when you can just go play other games?
Dude, you want to talk about slow progression? Me as someone who plays Strike Point, I will play Strike Point for 5 hours on like a weekend stream. And
I just saw the video, and like after playing, it just like went boop real quick.
I won't go up,
nibble.
You can play for 5 hours consistently, top frag, be on the top of the scoreboard consistently, almost every game, and you won't get one battle pass tier. You won't gain 1 level in 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah,
and that's the issue. That's exactly why I don't play without double XP. But look at, here's an example.
Even with double XP, that'd be horrible still.
Here's Battlefield 4. Like I think one of the maps that compares most to Battlefield 6 is Golman Railway. That was a pretty wide open, flattish map.
I forgot about that one. Yeah, with the IEDs that you can trigger.
And yep. And you had urban areas. Even that map, that was one of my favorites. Even still today of Battlefield 4, like a lot of the servers I follow still on BF4 24/7 Golman, because even though it was open, which chopper wise, you don't have buildings to cover behind, but you do have hills in the back of the map, and you don't have that. And with this, like the map you're looking at right now that crashes on, and every other map, there's not really hills or in the back of the maps where the choppers and aircraft can go to get behind hill cover.
Yeah. Liberation has just like that valley you can go through.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
But it's still comparatively, and like Golman, I think,
and the mountains on the other side.
Yeah, Golman was a really hard map to fly on. But like I said, the strategy there was spawn and go to the right or left and get in like a huge crevice area where you can fly in between hills and come up on the other side of the map by the spawn and the other points. And that was kind of what you did on that map. You don't have that in this. In this, the only crevices and spawn, like areas you can fly for cover, are towards your own spawn. And this map particularly right here that you're seeing is, if it's Conquest or whatever, where you have a chopper, you can only really fly out of bounds in your own area, and there's a couple crevices.
Yeah, and that's like, the issue. It's like when you're in a jet or helicopter back then in Battlefield 3 and 4, the out of bounds would extend in a vehicle.
Right, it doesn't.
And it doesn't, barely. So it's that kind of limits. I still think I say the best overall balanced map for infantry and vehicles, in my opinion, still probably is old Firestorm. I don't know about new Firestorm so much. I think
old
yeah,
Firestorm with the hills and everything. Yeah, that was
new
good.
Firestorm. They shrunk it down again. I don't know what it is about Battlefield 6 shrinking down maps.
Even that was kind of Goldmund-ish, the OG Firestorm, because like you had an extended area of the map, but if you're getting into heavy combat in the middle of the map, there's nowhere to take cover. So that's a good example, similar to Firestorm. Like you have areas to take cover if you're a good pilot, and there's a lot of infantry focused areas within the map. But yeah, exactly. To your point, like new Firestorm, you can't even access those areas. So you're focused into a funnel right now where you can't really take any cover as a pilot. So chopper wise, I think that's why my favorite map is Brooklyn Bridge, because you actually have buildings to take cover behind for stingers and stuff. That's like pretty much the only map I can think of where you have areas to take cover in as a pilot. So yeah,
I don't know, man.
I mean, those maps are in Portal. They gotta make them in the main rotation, honestly.
Yeah, what's crazy, like you say, that's in Portal. There's a lot of stuff in Portal, but yeah, they just never make it on the front page or where people are ever.
Also,
I know
they tweeted Portal's dead, dude. There's so many like bots in Portal servers, dude. Like, it's insane. Every time I play on a Portal map, it's just halfway filled with bots.
Which is why if you put in the main rotation, that won't be the issue. And I think they said they're gonna. It might have even been Vince or somebody said they were looking at that. So hopefully they do that. But again, you have all those maps in there, but you're not getting the right XP from them. So you got to if people already made them, take them as a developer, tweak them how you need, and put them in the rotation, and give those people credit that build it thus far. And then that holds you over for a while and bring in some of those old weapons. I think that's the best option in the meantime till you come out with new maps.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool to have a ton of maps and stuff like that. I still do really enjoy Strike Point though. Like I have a lot of fun with Strike Point still.
But we know, Crash. We know.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I just want you to know.
Everyone's aware.
I think you've seen some exquisite gameplay during this discussion.
10 out of 10. Yeah.
In this discussion, I like it when my life matters in a game. I get bored.
The only thing that's missing for me from Battlefield 6, though, I'll be honest, like, just give me a Scar H, for the love of Christ.
That's all you need.
They
You're
should.
good.
They will, right?
I'll be happy. Give me a Scar H, and I won't complain ever again about the game.
You heard it here first. Oh, the other thing that was wild. Did you see the AI sticker?
I did.
Yeah. I heard.
Double barrel AR-15.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I when I saw that, I went to look at my AR-15, and I was like, it doesn't have 2 barrels. It doesn't look right.
There is one that has 2 barrels, but that's not the one.
It is not the one.
That is not the one.
Yeah, so to rub a little salt in the wound of the player numbers and stuff.
Which, like, if you're gonna do AI, fine, I get it, but also maybe check it.
Oh my gosh, that really is.
Do AR-15s have 2 barrels? I don't think so.
Yeah, this is the tweet from the IGN. So if you guys are just listening, it is like a quintessential Mid-Journey version. They're on 7 now, like version 4 or something. Did not know how to do firearms, and they always came out really weird. The
scope's weird.
This shows a goofy scope on a digital art soldier in a snowflake with a gun that has 2 barrels. There's a barrel coming out of the gas shroud, and its
magazine looks like way too curved a little bit. This is weird.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Why this is noteworthy, like Buff said, I mean, AI is just, it's here, like it's gonna always be a thing. But the general manager at DICE, Rebecca Kutaz, explicitly said in one of her interviews that they will not use generative AI in the game.
I just don't get. I mean, it's simple. It's a simple sticker, but how does I get past someone? Like,
Like, just double check it. Oh,
Don't
do
get me wrong.
AR-15s have 2 barrels? No. Okay.
Not AI. Battlefield has already been showcased. That I don't know if you got. There's a picture of a guy looking down, like he's like in a down state, and he's looking down, and his vest shows like the N9 magazines or the Glock magazines, and it has the it's an actual airsoft magazine with the little like gas
yeah,
section
Call of Duty
in
did
the
that
bottom.
too. Call of Duty did that too with like
Yeah,
because that's what they scanned. Which
yeah,
I don't care about that, but this
yeah, but it's like
even this
it gives
one,
me like that over there people don't know anything about firearms, so they'll just look at it and be like, oh, that's
right.
normal, you
Well,
know.
That's the problem. That's why
Yeah.
I think like with this one you can easily use like paint and crop that other barrel out, and this is fine, and no one's ever gonna say anything.
But if I think you should, as a firearms expert, I think you should make them a flowchart decision tree on how to deal with this. If
I mean,
the
I
gun
could,
has 2 barrels, no.
or what they could do, you know, here what how long are we into the show here? Let's see. We are how long? An
Hour-ish.
Hour-ish. Okay, so
You
Medal
brought
of Honor
Battlefield, sorry.
Warfighter. What?
Okay, you know,
Boom,
hey,
there
that's
it
a
is.
longer one. That's a longer one.
Pretty good.
They had Larry Vickers do their weapon stuff. So Larry Vickers ex Delta Force from the 90s.
Oh, really? Larry Vickers was like,
he did all their
armorer,
consulting.
I guess.
Yeah, he did all their consulting, made sure the scopes like were the right magnification, positioned on the rails and everything correctly. So anybody like that to consult, I don't care about stickers. This is negligible to me. I don't use stickers, don't give a shit about stickers, whatever. But if you're going to add more weapons to the game, they have all the assets, I think, already from previous games, so it shouldn't be an issue. But use somebody like a Larry Vickers or somebody else with military consultant experience on this stuff to make sure it's correct. This doesn't matter to me, but if we had a weapon release that looked like this, that would be an issue. Then I'd be saying something different. Right now, I don't care, but Medal of Honor Warfighter was very grounded and was the game it was because you had military consultants. I don't know if they have military consultants, but a sticker doesn't matter. But as long as they're doing the other stuff right, I think the weapon animations and how the weapons look pretty solid. But let's not carry this forward into other aspects of the game, I guess.
Yep. Kind of wild. Hopefully, what do you guys think? We should be not that far off from hearing about season 2 stuff, right? Like they put out the season 1 roadmap like way before the game launch, and maybe when everybody gets back from the holidays and stuff, we'll start to see what they have in store for season 2, and hopefully it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I already covered some of the lead weapons from Temporal, so hopefully we get those and more. But you know, a game that doesn't have AI garbage in it,
well,
that we know of, is ABI. At least stickers
that we know of. That we know.
That we haven't seen it yet.
I'm sure it's probably in there. Yeah, ABI. So I just wanted to cover some stuff on ABI really quickly. I don't even know if it's worth pulling stuff up or not. We know that the next season is coming in early January, so we're a couple, like 2.5 weeks away from that, allegedly, from the date of that. If you guys are ABI players, you might log in and check your mail. The 3x3 big secure container they just gave out for Christmas to everybody.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, for the rest of the season. Yep. So that's out. If you want to do that, they also gave away some other like money and stuff like that. Currently, I'm still trying to get the Winter Festival cards out to try to get that P90 skin, and the like million killing that come with that. The new event for the airport is also, I'm trying to get that done too, with the different, putting the airport ticket together, finding the pieces of that. There's a lot of stuff to do in the game right now. It's a lot of fun, man. Their H4 nerf is incoming. They confirmed that. The other thing that was announced today is Enzo said they are starting work immediately on Prox Chat. So
I did see that. I did see that. I know you were excited for that one. Is it proc chat between just teammates or enemy? And oh, geez, that's gonna be fine.
like proc chat.
That's all. To be honest, I really like that. I love being able to talk shit to the, especially in a game like that where it's not, you know, just nonstop action.
We're like the. Oftentimes when you come across another player, the interactions and the times you meet up are really dynamic. You never know when it's going to happen. You never know who's going to have the upper hand or like what they're doing or what their intentions are. It's just so awesome. Like you see all the great content with our creators.
I love doing that back in Hunt Showdown a lot.
Yes. What else are they going to be adding? I know they didn't have this in the playtest, but the 70 tick rate servers are coming in the new season, which is going to be super badass. That's going to make it feel awesome. And what else did I want to say? I just saw that proc chat was a big deal. I'm dropping the ball here. Let me look if there's anything else. But yeah, the new season is going to be sick. The airport map is awesome. Snowy Northridge is awesome. I think everybody's gonna like it quite a bit. And you saw the magazine packing is going to be really cool.
Dude, that looked clean.
Yep, that's in there already. That's in the playtest.
Snow map.
Yep.
What map is that? Is
that's
that
the
out
Snowy
yet,
Northridge? No, that's the snowy version of Northridge.
Gorgeous, dude.
Yeah,
I was like, is this? I was like, Dan, I when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this looks like a cool game. And I was like, oh wait, this is ABI. Wait a minute. Like,
yeah, it's dude. I think you'll be pretty impressed if you check out the snow map, man.
I need to, man. If I wasn't so busy, I definitely would be playing it.
Yeah, because I was talking about, I'll show it on screen, the magazine packing that we're talking about. They're going to be adding. They go through a bunch of different ones on like packing the P90 one's pretty funny too. But on that Snowy Northridge map, yeah, like, and see that snow on the magazine and on his hands when you go, and on the gun, when you go inside, that turns to water droplets when you warm up, and then it like runs off. It's so cool. And if you have a mask on, it has frost on the edges, and when you go inside, it like unthaws. You leave footprints too, so if you're close to somebody, you can see their footprints. But adding prox chat,
that looks awesome.
Yeah, adding prox chat is going to be so funny, dude.
It's going to be good. I'm excited for that.
It's going to be great.
You know what we need though? Like I mean, the weapons for season 4 are out there. Like you get one Russian and a bunch of Chinese stuff. Like, can we get, please? I mean, I'm always going to say I want a Scar H. That's pretty much a given. I think everyone on the channel knows that. But LMGs, like there's been no new LMGs added. This is going into season 4 and there's still no new LMGs. Like, come on. And
I think
mobile has.
There might be in the mobile, right? Or no?
Yeah, mobile has a saw and I think a few others, and there's nothing here yet in the season 4 for LMGs. So LMGs are definitely not getting any love. I wonder if so the Modern Warfare 2 developers came over for this because
no, they're busy working on Modern Warfare 4. There were those leaks from Ghost of Hope that said MW4 is like a carbon copy of MW2 so far.
Good. That's what I want.
I kind of do too. So everybody can get mad at me, but S&D in that game was incredible.
I personally thought, not to divert the topic, but I thought Modern Warfare 2 2022 was my favorite Call of Duty, to be honest.
So yeah, we're happy about it over here. We're
just add LMGs though. And that's my only gripe with that game.
But yeah, that's the main thing for ABI changes. The server and the maps and the new season is going to be litty. I'm just having fun running around trying to learn Armory. That seems to be like the sweat map over TV this station.
That's what I've been doing. I've been running TV as a solo, just in regular, not solos, but as a solo and regulars for TV and Armory and farm, and hitting my keyed rooms and getting a shit ton of loot. So yeah, definitely Armory. I think you played Armory with me a couple times, Crash. That's Armory is a great map to get loot, and TV's very sweaty with HKs, but if you play it right, you can avoid most of that.
Yeah, they're gonna need to nerf the new Chinese DMR. It's so strong. It'll be the new HK if they don't tweak it.
Yeah, hopefully.
I hope they dial it in.
Well, I know they're gonna tweet the HK. They reduced it.
They did, but there were still people melting with it on the airport map. Like I got deleted by it still, and it looked pretty laser beamish. I refuse to use it because I just want to do different stuff.
Yeah,
and they're really nice to take off dead players because you can sell them for like 600 grand. But yeah, I hope
I just run Russian gear, like weapons. That's pretty much it.
AK-12 for me.
I really haven't run the AK-12 much. I run AKM 74 and the AN 94 is kind of like
the AK-12 with BP and BS ammo is
I'm sure it's insane. Yeah, I bet.
It's really low recoil, a lot of fun. I really like the MK14 too. I'm excited to play ABI tonight.
I'm gonna play it as soon as we get done with the show. It's gonna be great.
Heck yeah. So that's the main thing. Stay tuned to that. We'll be talking about that a lot in the new year when that new season drops. There's gonna be a ton of stuff. I think is going to be in the first 2 weeks of January. I look for it to be in probably the second week of January based on what I saw. If I do remember right, there was a little UI thing whenever you went and selected the 3x3 container. When you got that was a Christmas gift. When you get that big secure container, it said it's good for 18 days. And it says on the main page that it's good for the rest of the season. So if you kind of extrapolate yesterday, 18 days out, sometime in, I'm not going to find the exact date for you. It'll be a fun mini game for you guys at home if you're stuck in traffic. But it's going to be sometime probably in the second week of January is kind of what I'm feeling. The next thing I want to talk about, we talked about cheaters earlier. If you're tired of them, Incursion Red River doesn't have any cheaters. We can say that with some certainty.
Sure doesn't.
So yeah, Blue's got some new stuff they're cooking over there, dude. Little AI overhaul, man.
A complete AI overhaul. So yeah, we posted the update 9 specifically about AI because I know a lot of people have been asking about that, especially with who we have working on our AI. So if you guys don't know, I've said it a few times before, but Solarant is our new lead AI developer. If you don't know who he is, he worked on the single player Tarkov mod called Sane. So if you have ever played that, you will know that the AI on that mod play like actual players. It's kind of crazy how you can get jump shotted by an AI NPC. So, but I'm not saying they're gonna get like the AI in our game is gonna be like players, but they're definitely gonna be a lot more realistic, a lot more thought provoking as well too. And we now have an official name for the new AI system. What was it specifically? We think we what was it like? We sent out a message in Discord for like feedback, and the community actually voted on this. So it was actually the AI name is called Redfor, REDFOR. So that is the new AI system for all the bots within Incursion Red River. So yeah, shout out to the Discord community over there. But the AI behavior, and just to kind of go over a little bit, has been completely rebuilt. This is supposed to bring in a solid framework to build off all future updates going on and so forth. There's a lot of like technical jargon. Our AI developer was the one that really typed all this up. So, and also there's a lot of videos on there as well too that showcases movement, the leaning, focus on the AI. There's friendly fire checks or suppression. AI can also be suppressed as well too, and the AI can suppress the player as well too. So once we finally get that Knights Armament LAMG buff, don't worry, you'll be able to set up, start suppressing while your teammates are going around flanking, and maybe the AI could be flanking you as well too. So because they can also maneuver now to flank you as well. So
beautiful. I'm
also try to like day. Yeah, they try to like manage ammo in their magazine. They're not gonna like just spray and pray the entire time, depending on the AI, because there's gonna be different versions, different variants. You're gonna have your NATO backed, you're gonna have your Russian, Korean guys, you're gonna have your Vietnamese Liberation Front. So it's gonna be different in that. There's also now flashlight and laser detection that was showcased as well too. So if you're just running around with your flashlight on in the jungle, AI is gonna see that and start investigating. Same thing with lasers. So like PEX systems are going to be a thing. AI will, I don't know if it's coming up this update, but they also will have their own like flashlights that they'll be walking around with and stuff like that. So, yeah, so now the use of IR lights and lasers with night vision is going to be a lot more useful as well. So there's that. And overall, it's just, there's a lot coming to this game. I mean, it's funny. Someone commented under it. It was like, oh, so you're not bringing out a new map? It's like, no, we're bringing it out. This is, this is just part of it. And also the AI customization. So a lot of people don't, some people still don't know that you can customize the AI to your liking as well. So we have 4 presets. We have low, mid, hard, extreme, and then we have custom, and a lot of it is going to be changed. So it's actually some of the things you can like turn off the suppression if you want. You can boost up the AI multiplier. You can have more bots. You can make them remember you less or more. There's a coordination setting, which is like normal, high, and hive mind. So it's like hive mind, I guess, is just they all think the same, which would be hilarious to see. But yeah, things like that. It's still gonna go over more stuff, and then as well as performance. So before this update, if you increase the AI multiplier, there's a warning like, hey, just in case you might run into some issues for performance. That should be not completely gone. It's gonna be better, but it needs to get, well, it's going to get better, only because once we start introducing AI versus AI fighting in the map as well too, then we'll start to see what else needs to get optimized and what needs to get fixed. So yeah, it's, it should be overall running a lot smoother once the new update comes out, whether you're playing single player, hosting on for 4-player co-op. It all should be good. I don't know, we're not bringing out servers this update, but I know the team's looking at possibly getting servers as well too, so it'll be easier to find games as well. And we also talked about as well too, there's VoIP coming as well, so you'll be able to talk to your teammates as well. So especially now when this comes out, you won't have to worry about like joining a Discord. You can actually talk to your teammates as well too, and it'll also be like location based VoIP. So it's like if you're in a hallway, it sounds like you're in a hallway. It's echoing off the walls. If you're far away, it'll sound like you're far away. So everything about that is tuned to be immersive and realistic at the same time. Nice. So yeah, there's a lot. So, but overall, I think this isn't the complete list as well too. There's still so much more that's coming. This is just like a good chunk of what is to come for late January is when the update's coming out, which is like, it's already December 22nd. So and then we'll also be talking and posting playtest dates coming soon as well. So once the new year starts, we'll start getting that rolled out, and we'll post it on Discord, Twitter. We now have an Instagram and TikTok as well too, so we've been posting there as well too, videos and behind the scenes and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot more to look at. There's a lot more ways to stay involved as well too. YouTube as well. And the actual dev update is over on Steam. So, but yeah, we've just been letting and it's on sale. Yeah, it's currently Steam winter sale. It is now $15.19.
Worth it, 100%.
$15, dude. So the supporter edition $17.99, which comes with right now. It comes with 2 previous versions of the game, so you can kind of see where it came from to where it is now, and then eventually it'll come with like a digital art book and official soundtrack. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming. I can't wait to talk about it more. I think soon we'll have another dev stream as well too, so we'll be able to kind of, hopefully, in my opinion, I think we should be able to say a lot more cool announcements, a lot more cool things that are coming. This is one of those games that, like, because I'm seeing what's coming, and then the fact that I've actually had like physical work myself done on that, which is even cooler now. It's like, oh man, it's hard for me, especially on my channel as a creator. It's hard for me to like play and talk about anything else other than this, because like this is literally right up my alley. It's gonna be super immersive, and on top of that, like the team is working really, really hard, man. So
yeah, and like I mean, being part of the team and community manager, but also getting your hands on the game, you just have so much more stake in it now, right? Like,
yeah, I can look like, hey, I put that, you know, bottle there, I put that, you know, chair there, or something like that. Just little things like that is really cool. But yeah, no, I'm really excited to see. Well, never mind. I was gonna say something. I can't say it. Never mind. Sorry, I teased you a little bit. I was looking at the dev update. I was like, oh, wait a minute. No, I can't say that yet.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. So the suppression is really cool, though. I'm really curious to see how 4-player teams that haven't seen the new AI are going to react to being suppressed by the AI as well too. Also, you can go and right now Solarant again, the what was it? Oh my gosh, the lead AI developer, I couldn't think of the name for 2 seconds. He's always posting on Discord, so if you just want to like go and join the Discord and see what he's doing, he's always posting on there and showing little clips here and there. So yeah,
cool, man. That's cool to see. Just you guys are like constantly doing stuff.
Yeah, and yeah, it's again late January. It's right around the corner, so I would say like playtest maybe like early to mid, you know, January. I know we're gonna have like closed playtest, open playtest, creator playtest. You know, so there's a couple phases before we start getting to like release date. So
nice, cool, man. Thanks for the update. Are you ready for some
quick shot?
Quick shot.
Yeah. I do. Speaking of Incursion Red River being on sale, I will just like super quickly go over just a few FPS games that are on sale as well. This might not be all inclusive. These are just ones that caught my eye. So like super cheap ones. Dying Light is only $3.
Nice.
The 2016 Doom is $4.
Damn.
Titanfall 2 is $4. These games are like 85% off. Borderlands 2 and 3 are $5 and $6 respectively. Far Cry 5 for $8, Left 4 Dead 2 $1.99, Half-Life 2 $1.99. Sniper Elite 4 is $5.99. So if you want to add to your FPS list for under $6, there you go. There's some good mid-range deals as well. Doom Eternal is $9.99. The Master Chief Collection for Halo is $10.
That's all yeah.
That's a good
dude.
price.
The modding scene on Halo, by the way, has been crazy. I've been kind of keeping up with that. I've been playing some just to kind of with my son, but there's like a Battlefront, like Star Wars Battlefront mod for Halo, and it's literally the maps and characters in Halo Reach. It's actually kind of fun. So
nice. The Dying Light 2 is $17.99, 70%. Rust is $19.99. Squad is $19.99. Arc Raiders is like a small sale for $32, I believe. And then Battlefield 2042 is also on sale for $48.99. Yeah, COD's on sale too. I think it's like $38 or around $40. I can't remember for sure, but COD's on sale. So
nice.
Yeah, COD's on sale for $49. Black Ops 7 $49. I think Battlefield 6 is also $49. So yeah, there's some sales around for you guys all to check out. But that was a very quick shot.
Quick shot. Yeah.
The other one's going to talk about I don't think I played this very much. I just remember hearing a ton about this game. Was Pioneer.
Yeah.
I think it came out to some mixed receptions, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of rough.
I had a feeling it would as well too.
But they did put out a roadmap. So just real quickly, if you guys are interested in this game, it's out now in early access. December, they're doing a New Year's event, a new world event, and many new themed items and a wandering pass. January is new main story quest, new world events, new raid mission, new PvP map coming in January. In February, they're working on new main story quests, new world events, and more stuff to be revealed. And then March is going to be a big, substantial update. They're saying already. So I don't know, man.
It's sitting at mixed reviews right now. I again talked about it before this show started. I was just like, I was hoping for something else. They showcased what looked like to be a different game to what it plays like now. So
yeah, Fry's video is pretty funny. If you want to see some gameplay, check out Big Fry's.
Yeah, I was watching his as well.
But I started hearing a ton about that. This is one that I wanted to get your guys' opinion on.
Quick shot. What we got?
The Unrecord game got funded.
Oh yeah.
Guess who by Blue?
I know. Can I say it?
Do it.
I was gonna do something really racist. Never mind. 10 Cent.
Yeah, I guess too.
What, racist or 10 Cent? Okay.
Both.
All right, canceled. Yeah, so this is kind of wild.
This is our 15th, maybe 16th time getting canceled. So
that's fine. Unrecord. So you guys remember quite a while back there was like the body cam game that got like super viral, and then they basically doesn't appear like they've been cooking very much on it. They were just 2-bedroom programmers. It says they released an official tweet. The trailer was in 2023, but the game was just 6 months old and exceeded our expectations. 2 years later, they're up to 10 developers and are still hiring. They got funding from 10 Cent to finish this out. So
I'm surprised 10 Cent was the one to be like, or maybe they're just giving money away. This
dude, it feels like it. It feels like 10 Cent is so big. They're just throwing cash at everything to own it all.
They could take a couple losses, I feel like.
I don't think it'll hurt them. I don't think it'll hurt them. They're so massive. So then they did show a new screenshot or concept art of the game. So an engine screenshot taken during development. So it still looks pretty cool. Also the game body cam kind of, I think, launched on the heels of that with a couple kids that took some store assets, which is, perfectly legal and okay and everything, and quickly put together a multiplayer shooter in this same kind of vein, and it's getting a big update too. But I'm just not a fan of these body cam shooters. Unrecord probably has more of my attention just because it probably does, as a story game, make more sense to have a body cam. If I'm competing in a multiplayer setting, I don't want to be looking through a body cam. So anyway, Unrecord, it's been a couple years, but they got funded and it'll be something to check out, I guess.
It has potential. We'll keep you posted.
Put it on the mug.
Quick shot. What else we got?
The other thing we have is Blue brought this to my attention. The Path into the Abyss, a hardcore first-person open-world survival shooter set in Buenos Aires. The backdrop.
Buenos Aires.
With a backdrop of cosmic horror, combat mechanics, dynamic AI, and looting. But you said you played the demo. The reason we're talking about it now is because the demo is on Steam and you can check it out.
Yeah. It's right now. It's got very positive reviews, which is for a small team. I think it's like maybe 2 people, from what I can remember looking up. And it's got dynamic NPCs, factions. It's got like a radio system, so like if you hear something on the radio, you can like grab a quest, hear stories, kind of like the PDA system, but now it's like on the radio. So it's got rain, it's got storms, fog, it's got weird creatures. This is like a small portion of the map too. They said this is a 2x1 kilometer map, so just a small piece of the final world. So I can only imagine how big this place is actually going to be. It's very Stalker Anomaly-esque, if you've ever played, people who play that before. So it's very like slow, hardcore, take your time, manage your resources, find gear, put new stuff on, talk to the NPCs, learn stories. So it's pretty cool. And then there's like a little free mode thing you can do. So you could just like load into like a small map and just mess around with all the guns and all the equipment. You can spawn AI, you can change the weather, you can like see what the game looks and feels like. So it's
Dude,
pretty cool, man.
That muzzle flash is pretty wild.
I will say the animations are like okay, but I'm not expecting. I don't think they have. I mean, like, because the weapons in this game are very interesting. They have like an FAL. They have like double barrel over under shotgun, stuff like that. They have like a 22 LR. I don't know what gun this is. I forget. They're named differently, but it's like a suppressed 22 LR that's like very like hodgepodge put together. It's kind of funny to see that. So like I've never seen 22 LR other than like Daisy in a game like this. So yeah,
that's out there. So check it out if everybody wants to. There's a playable demo.
Quick shot.
Yeah. So the developers of this game reached out to me after. So when I was doing a couple weeks ago Fry's podcast, the Push to Talk podcast, one of the questions that the viewers turned in was, what game would you want? Of course, I said an S&D type game. But like
shocker.
But like woo, Medal of Honor Warfighter. But I wanted it to be like gritty, like old school like Rainbow Six Siege started to be, but like a bomb mode grounded in that with operators and cool stuff like that. And one of the devs reached out to me and said that's what they're building. So method of entry is now on my list to keep an eye on. It's definitely a small team. It looks cool though from like some of the trailers and stuff. So it's going to be a 5v5 slow paced tactical shooter. Just really don't know much about it other than it's going to be like a bomb defusal kind of like old school Rainbow Six Siege at launch kind of thing, without a bunch of stuff. So yeah, method of entry is just like on my radar now. They just put out a year-end development update, talking about everything they're doing. They are going to do a crowdfunding campaign. So, I mean, if you got to do it, you got to do it. I'm not a huge fan of those, but everybody knows what they're getting into going into it. So, I mean, I don't know. Can't really say anything bad about that. People know, it might not make it to the end or whatever, but it's probably almost impossible to build a game without doing that, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's all I had. Did you have anything else left, Blue?
That was pretty much it. Yeah, you brought up I was wondering if you weren't gonna bring up the unrecord stuff, so that was the other thing I wanted to. So
yeah, I know if there's any chance you get to talk about Tencent, like you're gonna be all over it.
It's just that I got to actually physically see them, at Gamescom.
What, Undercore or Tencent?
Tencent. They had like the biggest
building
booth. Pretty much, like there's like it was in the business section, so like it was like basically had like 4 quadrants, and usually like there's like a couple studios within each quadrant. Tencent had in one entire corner of a building to themselves, and it was like blocked out as well too. So it was like only for like business people and business meetings, and money was in that room for some reason, so it was like it's like you see the people outside, like they're just normal people working their job, like letting people in, checking in for meetings, and I'm just like, you don't know who you're working for. This big conglomerate Tencent, but it's like, but they're funding, like they fund it unrecord, so it's like I can't. Yeah, I don't know if I can be mad at them. They went from 2 to 10 people, and they're hiring, which means like they have the money to hire people and to continue development. That's awesome. That is like any small developer's dream at that point, So yeah. It's like, I don't know. Okay, all right. I don't know what we'll see. I'm keeping an eye on you, Tencent.
Yeah, you hear that, Tencent? Blues put you on notice.
Get ready.
All Hopefully, right. I never have to say I told you so, but
you might.
I might one day.
Cool, man. Buff, did you have anything else? I think
no, I think that's it.
Cool,
Hopefully
man.
We get some. There's some stuff in like pre-alpha stuff that I want to see come out here soon that I can play. Other than that, we'll cover it when it's out.
Yeah. I'll be in touch about an episode next week with the first. I will probably be back around New Year's and stuff. So we'll talk, and we'll try to stay tuned to the socials. We'll let you guys know. I know it's holiday season and stuff, so everybody's definitely out the rest of this week with Christmas and stuff. With that being said, you guys everyone out there have a very Merry Christmas. Share the show around if you can. If you want to, be a friend, tell a friend, leave the 5-star review on the audio stuff. It helps us a lot. And I really hope sincerely that everybody gets some time to unplug, take a break from the internet, immerse yourself in your family and your friends in the season a little bit, and focus on some of the important stuff, reset, and we'll meet back here next time to keep you guys posted on everything going, FPS and stuff like that. Are you guys thinking of maybe doing a show next week?
Yeah,
We'll
I'll be around next week. I will not.
I'm celebrating my 11th anniversary after Christmas.
Nice.
So yeah, we'll be out. So I know I have like a meeting for Incursion on the 30th. So like I'll have to like be there for that, but then it's like back to our anniversary stuff. So
gotcha. Maybe like
I'll let you know closer to next week Thursday.
Yeah, next week Thursday. Thursday's the first.
Oh wait, that's the first. So maybe not. Yeah, because that's New Year's Day.
We can maybe do the second, the Friday. It'd be cool.
Maybe.
I can do that. I'll be, like I said, I'm off the rest of the year. I go back to work the 1st for one whole day, and then that following week though I'll be out of town, so I won't be able to do that. But I can do any time before.
Okay. So. Cool. We'll talk about it.
We'll figure it out.
With that being said, everyone, we're going to try to get you a show next week. We'll try to put something together. We try to keep them up and going. They're a lot of fun. We appreciate everyone for being here. Again, have a very Merry Christmas. And yeah, we'll probably see you guys in the new year.
All right. Later, guys.